Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today I'm doing my August wrap up. I read 6 books, 6 amazing books, and they're all different genres mostly, and quite 3 of them are from the Men Booker long list. So I was very happy to get those off my TBR. So let's start with the classic, Wives and Daughter, Elizabeth Gaskell. Now this is a classic that's been around for many years. We're talking 1800. That this was, can't remember the exact date, but it was in the 1800s it was published, and it's about overworked doctor, his young daughter. He's a widower, and he is been with just those two since his daughter was 3 that his wife passed away. He introduced a new woman in the picture, and she's of issues. She also comes with a daughter, and there's drama, and there's all kind of things that you expect certain women would do to make sure that they get the husband and they get the kind of lifestyle that they want. And because that was what expected of them then. You did not have a career, you weren't working, you were a wife, and you played your role. And you want to make sure if you're going to play your role, get the husband you want. That's the gist of it. But it was funny. It was entertaining. The father in this was my favorite character. He was just witty and had moments where he was just insulting, and I was rolling out how he used his words. Loved it. The author did a great job. The ending, there's a bit tricky ending. Go watch my review of this and you'll see why I feel that way, and what really happened, how this book ended up. The next book is first off the Man Booker that I read, Such a Fun Age, and this one I liked. I liked how the character was talked about. We have a babysitter for a white couple, and one day she had to take the child with her to the store out the house for whatever reason. You will learn if you read the book. And while there, she was automatically accused of perhaps kidnapping a child, yada yada yada, because of course she's black with a white child. So this book really dealt with some things that are very very much on how sometimes some white people motives to help can be such a problem and issue in a person's life, and also how this girl, having to make tough decisions, how she enjoys being around the young child, but she's also seeing things about her boss that is not good. She's also entangled into this relationship with a white guy who seemed like he want to save the day, but then also have alternative motives, and there's this idea of this a little fetish going on, all the things you could think of. It had that, but you will see why if you read it. But check out my review and I'll let you know whether or not it should have been in the Man Book or not. Yeah. The next book, absolutely enjoyed, and this is A Shadow King. It is also on the Man Booker. This is a story that is focused in Ethiopia, and it is in the era of 1930s when Mussolini was invading Ethiopia. And this one really touched on roles that women play in the military, and this book highlighted that, because in a lot of cases women weren't given the respect or the acknowledgement of the role that they played. And in this case you have several women in here, different women background mostly, but it mostly focused on a young girl who was introduced to this family of a man who was a part of the military, his wife, and a cook, and the things that she experienced, the cruelty and everything that you can think of, and also her role as the invasion happened, and how she played a part in that. It was a really good read. It was a different kind of story. It's like, I think it's a, like that necessary read, because you don't hear enough about stories like this of what really went down in Ethiopia when Mussolini invaded them. Especially, this is right before the Second World War, so it is considered like an early part of that war and all the things that was happening, discrimination. There's different characters introduced that has roles in that, and you see the difference. You see how important photos and evidence played, and how people look at it as, did it really happen or not happen, that kind of deal. I did a reading vlog on this. This is the reading vlog that I did where I DIY my my writing nook. So go check it out, and you learn a little bit more of this. But I would say it is gritty. It is gritty, but it's good. Next book that I want to talk about is my favorite book of the month, and that is Real Life. And Real Life, I think Brandon Taylor did an amazing job with this story. I also did a review on this. Please check it out. But this reads so much, talks so much about things that are necessary to talk about. Generational trauma is a big deal in this. Memories of what you decide to hold on to survive, to live a fulfilled life, and how much of it should you hold on to when things happen that may stir it up and bring it up. And in this case, a young black college, he's in grad school, gay guy who is amongst a mostly predominantly white students with him, and how he's coping with things that happened that triggered through the death of his father. And he is remembering things, and it's influencing things that's happening in his life at that moment. And also his relationship with his friends, and his intimate relationship with his a partner in this book that became so instrumental for him on how he's dealing. It showed his true colors, his true emotion, his true idea of life in this by this character's in his involvement. I enjoy this. It is one of those books that I feel it stirs something, it makes you think. And even though this is a black gay character, there's some relatability in some of the things that is said in the book and handled in the book, and make you think of things, especially like I said before, the generational trauma and the mental health aspect. And it also had a way of talking about pain in a very gritty way, but also in a way that was therapeutic in the book. And I absolutely enjoyed this. This is on the Man Booker, and it needs to be in the final 6, because I absolutely think it was really good. The next book is a popular book that came out this month, Love After Love. This is a Trinidadian author. It is a story that stirred my emotion in a way where I'm pissed off sometimes, I'm annoyed because of the character, but it surrounds 3 characters living in Trinidad in their life. You have one older gentleman who is gay and being in Trinidad. That's unacceptable at the time, and the things he was experiencing, and you learn about his life story. And he becomes the mix into this mother and daughter relationship that is complicated. You have a mother that will do anything to protect her son, and she paid the price when a secret was revealed that her son heard, and he ends up not respecting his mother, not treating his mother well, and he wanted to run away, which he did. He ended up in New York with the uncle, and he is basically trauma of learning what happened, and also all the other things that he's not being able to cope with has resulted into self-harm. And it talks about it in a way that I'm not sure I enjoyed that part of the book. I'm still wrapping my brain around it as I'm thinking about it, because that was a part of the book where I'm not really sure. I did not like this character. The young man really got on my nerves. I get the whole aspect of him being mentally bothered by a lot of things, and going through his health issue with that, with the self-harm situation. But there's just some things I did not like at all about it. But I enjoy the other two characters. I enjoy Betty. I enjoy Mr. Cheaton. I thought it was amazing how it was done. I thought the book was very authentic. You felt like you was in Trinidad. You felt like you was somewhere in the Caribbean. You felt the dialogue, how they communicate with each other, how they resolve issues and all that. You felt that, and I think the writer did an amazing job as far as that is concerned. But it's one of those where you get three characters, you're just not gonna like one of them. That was me. So that's how I felt about this. But other than that, definitely should read it. Yeah. And then the last book I picked up, because I realized I read a lot of heavy book, so I need some romance. So I picked up a Kennedy Ryan, and this book I've had for a while. It's been on my shelf 3 years. It is also a sign, because I met her back, I think in 2017 is when I met her, and she signed this. And I wanted to read it for the longest. I say, you know what, let me pick it up, even though I wanted something light, and she doesn't really do light, but this turned out to be actually light. It wasn't that heavy duty. It was nice. But what I didn't know is it ended on a cliffhanger. So there, I have to read part 2 now, because damn it, she ended that way. I thought this was gonna be a series that has standalone, like her other series that one of my favorite series that I read last year, and it was 3 books in the series, but they were standalone, so you didn't have to read them in order. You can read them however you want. But in this case, it's actually a series for real, so you have to read the next book because of how this ended. And it is a story that a Southern belle, and you have a rock star that lives in Cali, and she's from the South, so she moved to Cali, chasing her dream, but she's also on her own. She lost her mother, so she's still grieving that. And here comes this musician who immediately saw chemistry, wanted her, and she did something to him that a lot of people haven't been able to do in years, because he's living a rock star. You know, women every day, can do whatever he wants, that kind of deal. And she's very talented. She can sing, she can dance, and she wants everything without his help, without him giving it to her, because of his status is, you know, everybody knows who he is. And you see how their relationship is complicated, and how they're trying to make the romance work, but also have separate life outside of that. And in this case, things happen, and as you go, you kind of, for the male character in this, because the female character is unsure of herself, and can be annoying at the time, but then also at the end, the way it turned out, where one messed up big time, and it ended where you don't know how they're ever gonna get back together and create something beautiful that you just know they can. That's how I felt about this. Writing definitely improved, because this is one of her early books, and I've read later books from, you know, more recent books. You can definitely tell her writing has changed, because there was stuff in this I felt like didn't need to be, like it was just fillers, and I hate books that just put fillers just to get extra pages. So I felt like there was some stuff in this that could have just been exit out. So that's the only issue I have with this, but I am looking forward to reading the next, because she done sucked me in the storyline. And yeah, so that's how I feel about this. So yeah, guys, that is the 6th book. Proud of myself, because I actually love what I've read, and overall it was a good month. And thank you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been watching my videos and commenting, and I appreciate the love this month. So yeah, and let me know if you read any of these books. Did you enjoy them, or what was your favorite book that you read in August? Let me know. And guys, thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.